And don't worry, I did not forget about my Shadow Ghoul series. Only thing is the doll I'm trying to get is super expensive on eBay. So thank you, Mattel, for not widely releasing these real drama dolls like I thought you guys were going to do. So I got the doll. Thank you, Big Bad Toy Store, for releasing another wave of real drama Clawdeen dolls out of nowhere, so I could create this custom Shadow Clawdeen doll today. Yay! Everybody cheer! Let's get started. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. As a busy artist, I don't always have a lot of time to sit down and make a really nice, healthy meal for myself, which is why I love Factor. They make fresh, chef-created meals that deliver straight to your doorstep, and with options like keto, low-calorie, vegan, and vegetarian, you can find pretty much anything for your dietary preferences. Factor uses dietitians to make their meals and make sure that every single meal is packed with premium, science-backed nutritional quality. Their menus are updated weekly with 27 plus meals and 34 plus add-ons, so you always have plenty of options to choose from. Factor is really great for those busy days when I'm working nonstop and I just need a quick, nutritious meal. Their meals are ready in minutes, so I don't have to sacrifice quality over convenience. So if you're looking for a way to eat healthy without any hassle, I really recommend you give Factor a try. Use the link in the description or go to go.factor75.com and use code FACTORSE35608 for 50% off your first box. And then you can get fresh, delicious meals delivered straight to your doorstep. Now, back to the video. Alright, so I have my Real Drama Clawdeen unboxed. Now let's prep her for customizing. I'm not sure how I never realized this before working on this custom, but Clawdeen comes with so many pieces and accessories. Like, hello? Talk about worth the price. Alright, so now that we have Clawdeen prepped and ready, let's take her over to my desk and start working. Okay, now I really didn't want to have to cut off this long, beautiful saran hair off of this Real Drama Clawdeen, but it's just not an accurate enough color to her Shadow Ghoul look. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for doing this. I know people are going to be so mad at me for basically destroying this Real Drama Clawdeen doll, but like... I'm saving this hair. Like, I can use this for a future custom, so it's going into a baggie and going into my stock box. For this reroot, I am using this beautiful saran hair from Shimmerlux in the shades Lilac Breeze, Dark Embrace, and Warm Cocoa. Love, love, love Shimmerlux. To prep the head for the reroot, gotta take out all the plugs with some needle nose pliers, which is kind of a little difficult with these newer G1 style Monster High dolls because they don't use glue anymore. They like burn the edges. I don't know, it's just a little tricky for me. For my reroot tool, you can buy one on Etsy, pre-made. Mine is a cut needle stuck into an X-Acto blade. And you know, the reroot process takes a couple hours and hours, put on a movie in the background, and then eventually you have something like this. A beautiful, nice, long, luscious saran hair. Seal it in with Fabri-Tac, of course. This glue, I'm pretty sure, like, won't melt over time and seep out of the holes. I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of customizers use it. Then I stick a Q-tip in there and, like, make sure it gets on all the plugs. And, yeah. Now you just want to snap your fingers together to attach the body to the head, or just some video editing will do the trick. It is time for Clawdeen to get her face up, so we're going to take a piece of fabric and some pins and make sure her hair is protected from any paint or sealant getting in there. But now it's time to take off her face with 100% acetone. This was very difficult for me to do. Like, I know I'm just like doing it with ease and this 2x speed, but trust me, I felt a million hearts break as soon as I removed this factory paint. But I did ask you guys on my story which Clawdeen had the more wonkier face, and you guys voted for this one, so I don't feel as bad, but I feel a little bad still. While drawing this face, this sketch layer I do with mechanical pencil, and I just reference a lot of pictures of Well, actually, I referenced a lot of photos of Clawdeen from the movies because I don't really feel like a lot of Clawdeen dolls capture her, like, really fierce eyes. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense when I say this, nor do I know if I'm making sense when I say a lot of things, but that's neither here nor there. Just a lot of Clawdeen dolls' screenings are, she has just very different eyes than I feel like she does in the show and in the movies, so I tried to capture that to the best of my ability here. Also, I apologize for any hair of mine sneaking into the frame. You gotta get up close and personal when you do these face-ups. It's like very tiny details in there. Of course, I had to give her very arched eyebrows, very angry stare, because like that's my favorite part of doing these Shadow Ghoul customs, is because I am making them all look super angry. I don't really get to do very angry expressions on my customs usually. Also love that all of them have red eyes for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but I love it. It's super fun doing these Shadow Ghoul customs, even though they are, like, I guess more on the simple side, but they're just so iconic. 13 Witches is one of my favorite Monster High movies, probably my favorite, honestly. Let me know what your favorite Monster High movie is in the comments, please, because I want to reminisce on the nostalgia. So after this layer, I sealed with Mr. Super Clear Matte to save my progress and add a little extra tooth. I'm completely done with the watercolor pencil and the mechanical pencil for this face up. As you can see, I'm already moved on to acrylic paint for the lips. And now we are moving on to a white acrylic paint for the scleras. If you are not new to my channel, you probably already know that I hate painting the whites of the eyes. It's my least favorite part of doing any face up, and that is just because, like, in my personal experience, white paint seems to dry a lot quicker. I don't know if it's just the paint I'm using, so if you have any really good white acrylic paint recommendations, please let me know, because I desperately need some better white acrylic paint. Now I'm just making the reds and blacks more vibrant in the eyes with some acrylic paint over top of them. Usually when I use a watercolor pencil, it's just like a sketch layer just to color block or, you know, get my lines correct. After I'm finished painting the eyelashes, I go and add a little bit of shadow into the whites of her eyes with a very light blue acrylic paint. This is just to add a little bit of depth, and it kind of gives her some more life, so I like doing it. I tend to go back in with more black acrylic paint every time I add a different color onto the face, because I've always messed up somewhere and I always have to little tweaks everywhere. Also, I want to let you guys know that if you are thinking about subscribing to my Patreon, patrons get to see full-length custom doll videos from me days in advance before they go up on YouTube. So, of course, I don't want you to feel obligated to subscribe to my Patreon, but if you're interested, the link is in the description. I'm honestly kind of sad to see the Shadow Ghoul series come to an end. I know it's been so long in the making for only these 3 customs, but I have been thinking and considering possibly making a Shadow Abbey and a Shadow Ghoulia. They're just like so out of my budget right now because buying those 2 dolls secondhand is very expensive. For Clawdeen's eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this metallic acrylic paint from Folk Art. I love this stuff. I think it goes on really nicely. And I'm going to be using that for her crease. And then I mixed it in with some white to use on like the brow bone. And I don't know, it just like looks a lot lighter in the reference photos. So I thought mixing it with white would make it look lighter. But it kind of just turned into like a light gray a little bit. You can like still see some of the sparkle, but I ended up adding a little shimmer on top of it later. I was debating for a while on how I wanted to do the light gray eyeshadow, but I decided to keep it accurate to the movie and bring it all the way up so it is touching the bottoms of her eyebrows. And I really love how this looks, honestly. And then I added a light pink highlight to her irises, and oh, she's coming together. I love her so much. Then I added the catch lights in her eyes with some white acrylic paint. And now it is time to, of course, add probably her most important detail, her white big fangs. I love her fangs so much. Ugh. I clean those up with some black acrylic paint to make sure they look very pointed and sharp. And then I go ahead and paint her nails black as well. Not because of accuracy, but just because I love her clawed hands and I love being able to bring out the nails when they have nails molded onto their hands. My personal favorite gloss varnish to use is from Liquitex. Just love this stuff. I think it works really nicely. I just add some of that onto her lips and her nails to make them super glossy. I don't really like adding gloss varnish onto the eyes. I will do it sometimes, but usually I just don't like doing it. Now it is finally time to get to see her face and hair together. Oh, she looks so pretty already. Now it is time to assemble! So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using these stock shoes and skirt, maybe for a later custom. Also, don't know what I'm going to use these stockings or these black fishnets, because in the movie she has black fishnets, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get the shoes to go over a full sock, because on Clawdeen's doll she doesn't have the stockings go all the way down to her toes, because I don't think they fit over that. So we will see. While I am waiting for the shoes and skirt to arrive in the mail, let's work on Clawdeen's hairstyle. First of all, I've got to cut it a little bit shorter, and then I'm going to be curling it. I don't personally think I'm the best at doing doll hair. I'm just gonna say that, put that out there. But I tried my very best on doing this. I put her in the straw curler hair method and dunked her in some boiling water. Then the shoes arrived, to which I discovered that the fishnets were not going to fit underneath of them because the shoes are just too tight, so we're going to have to use her stockings for this custom, which is fine. Her hair, all done. Here it is. Super curly, super bouncy. I'm very proud of it. Her belt is silver. Clawdeen is a werewolf. Silver is a no-no, so we have to make it gold, but Shadow Clawdeen has like very pale gold accessory details. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I will be showing up a picture so you guys can see. So I tried to recreate that color to the best of my ability, and yeah, here is what I came up with. And with that final detail, our Shadow Clawdeen custom is done. If you've been around since the beginning of my Shadow Ghoul series, I know the wait for Shadow Clawdeen has been so long, but I hope it was worth it. I know I personally love her so much, and I'm so glad to have finally made her. And just seeing the before and after, and seeing her next to the original Clawdeen, it's like such a crazy difference. This is really hard for me to do, but I'm actually going to be selling all 3 of my Shadow Ghoul custom dolls over on Whatnot. The date for my show has yet to be determined, so keep an eye out for my community tab. I'm going to be selling a lot of other dolls there as well, but if you'd like to sign up with my link in the meantime, you'll get $15 off any purchase in the app when you sign up. Other than that, I just want to thank you all so much for supporting this series and just my channel in general. It really means the world to me that you guys enjoyed my videos. And of course, I would love to thank my patrons, Hannah and Hunter, so much for supporting the channel. It really helps. So thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!